Hello. Hi, guys. Welcome to Karma on Deck. I'm Karma. Typically, I do your videos for the sign of your zodiac every week. And typically, I just go through them in order until I exhaust the little 12 for the week. And I used to do live Q&As like this all the time. I used to come on here and do, hi Varsity, what's up? I used to do the Q&As, and I have not had the time or the liberty to do so in a while. And so I decided that I would just sit with you guys for a little while and talk a little bit and also do some Q&As for you. So if you want to, let's see here, I think there is some time for us to do this. It's been a while, and there's some of you out there that haven't had an opportunity to see me do this. Hold on. So I'm just double checking a couple things right here. I wanted to see if it was showing up because it wasn't showing up on my Facebook. I have the right settings. And then we will get right back to it. Aha, okay, so it is showing my live over there. All right, great. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about was this really heavy energy that I'm channeling lately. There's these moments that I get that pop up, and it almost feels as if I'm channeling this panic, this fear, this depression, and I've been trying to keep it really close to the chest, but what's true is these overriding energies of frustration are really starting to trickle down and trickle in. And so on that note, for any of you that wanted to ask some questions, I figured I would make myself available for you to come in here and just maybe peek a little bit and see what it's about. It might be a little too early for some of you. It's 6 o'clock. But yeah, join me. Post your question in the comments and I will pull some cards for you. Varsity, I haven't seen you in quite a while. Thank you for hanging out with me. Any other questions that you want to ask to about meditation, channeling, spirit work, current events, different energies that are going on? You just let me know. I lose my internet. Alrighty, it says not receiving smooth streaming. Wow, I feel like it's still Mercury retrograde out there. Poor internet. That's not even possible. It's plugged in. I've been back home for a couple weeks now and trying to get back into the stride of it. Varsity, do you have a question for me? You want to post a question? Let me know if you can still see me over there. She says, I'm ready to move on from my job. Is a new one coming soon? So one of the things that I like to do when I am doing a live is I like to describe the cards and talk about like what I would look for if we're seeing a job change. So what I'm going to do is be looking for the card that is the 2 of coins when it comes to a job offer. Okay. All right, so the first one that comes up is Wheel of Fortune, which is timing, divine timing, and fate. We are looking for the 2 of coins or the Ace of coins if one's coming for you. I do see, Varsity, that you're having a hard time with keeping your temper, keeping, your attitude good. Right now, I feel like the area that you're in right now, your work, and if you notice here on this spread, you do have the Hierophant card, which is schooling, higher education. So we have this card here that means higher education, schooling. That's a part of the component. And I'm also seeing some leadership for you. I am seeing that you're slightly stressed out, and you have the Tower card, which says that there is, some things that are moving and shaking that's keeping you a little bit off balance. I'm also seeing the 3 of Wands. You're feeling backed into a corner. You're a little bit worried about having some, what's the word I'm looking for? 3 of Wands is pressure. 3 of Wands is also like gossip or being backed into a corner. So if you look here, there's these flames at the bottom. And on this card, we've got this guy with his neck up. And it just feels like you're either getting some criticism or some heat, or quite possibly feeling like you're a little backed into a corner. Now, I don't see the two of coins, but what I do see is balance, things coming back into balance for you, indicated by the 10 of cups, the wheel of fortune, the fate card. I also am seeing something for you, Varsity, is the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant card, I'm sorry, the Emperor card has to do with leadership, stepping out into leadership and being, very direct in what it is you say you want. And I also feel like you have what I call overcommitment. It's not showing up with the 10 of swords how it likes to. However, the 10 of swords means overcommitment, but I do feel like you have a problem saying no. And sometimes you take things on that might not be your in particular problem. I shouldn't say your problem, but you're more helpful than you need to be, and sometimes you get used. And what I mean by that, that's my problem, is that sometimes you don't know how to say no. So perhaps you're taking on more things that are, not, there we go. So possibly you're taking on some things that are not your burden to carry, or people take advantage. And I don't know if you're getting any of that, but yeah, I feel as if you're kind of also wondering where the next dollar is going to come from, or maybe you have some bills that are coming up that you're kind of worried about. So for you, I would say to breathe a little bit, because with the Sun card and the World card, it's telling me that things are going to play a little bit easier for you and not be quite so, what's the word I'm looking for, not be so tight, and balance is coming for you. Sorry, it keeps giving me an error message, and I was worried there for a second that I was losing you. Hold on, let's get this back. Just got a new car. Okay, yeah. So you're wondering how you're going to pay for these things. But ultimately, I do feel as if, well, you do have some money coming from somewhere with the 6 of Wands, and you do have a strong foundation. So I wouldn't be worried too much about that. That's what I'm seeing. Anything else I can answer for you, little cutie? Just got a new car, but what's this about right here? We have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is being short-tempered a little bit and feeling as if, you want to snap at people. That's just partly you not getting your needs met. Like, I'm not getting my needs met, so I'm a little grouchy. And that's okay. Just like if you preempt it with people and be like, look, I'm grouchy. It's a little easier to forgive. Hi, Facebook. Sorry, I had you guys. How is Nino feeling about me? Let's take a look and see. Varsity wants to know how Nino's doing. We're looking at the lovers cards. Yes, I've been grouchy, she says. Well, and so the best practice for a grouchy person, I was grouchy and sad, still grieving, and I had some energy that was going on with a loved one that had passed. And I was sad. So you got to change your physiology. That means take that walk, turn the music on, dance a little bit, wiggle. Changing physiology can change attitude. It's just, what's the word I'm looking for? Physics. It's just physics. People forget. We think that the emotion is only physical, right? It's only emotional, but really, truly, it's physical. It's definitely physical as well. You can't be crying when you're dancing. All right, so she says, how's Nino feeling about me? So Nino has this tendency to, Nino's being very consistent, I can tell you that much. What I have for him is the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is a repetition and redundancy. Whatever behavior he's been giving you before, you're going to see a continued expansion of that same energy. I also feel like you feel a little betrayed by him. You have the 4 of Pentacles that has to do with betrayal or cheating. Not necessarily cheating you or cheating on you, but you just kind of feel like cheated out of something. And there's also this 3 of Swords, which is a miscommunication. You're also giving quite a bit much more to the relationship right now, and you're looking for some balance, equal measure. I'm not sure he's going to have changes. He's a little bit more immature than you like in his behavior lately, and so that's making it hard for you and wondering whether you should manage him or whether you want to deal with him anymore. So Vicky says, I'm chatting with someone. Will anything become of it? Let's take a look and see what Vicky has to say, or what our cards have to say for Vicky. Vicky. Sorry, Varsity. I don't know what he's, she said spot on. Alrighty, here we go. So, Vicky, this is for you. First thing that comes up is Knight of Cups. Is he a little bit younger than you? And you're not quite sure. I'm good. Life is really, really good. I'm happy, settled, got settled into my new place. Doing amazing. So here's the thing that I have for this individual for you, Vicky. I feel like they just came out of a really rocky situation of one kind or another. And it looks to me as if they still have their guard up. So you can expect there to be just a little bit of pushback from them. And it's going to require some patience from you in dealing with him, just a little bit. I'm also seeing though that your intuition is really fired up when you're around this individual, and you can read them very well, or you feel like you can. I'm also picking up like a little slight bit of immaturity for him. Knight of Cups is in play, and this is you having like a little bit of like wonder on whether he's mature enough. I'm also seeing the Page of Swords, which has to do with like immature actions, not just necessarily behavior, but his like his actions, the things that he does and the decisions that he makes sometimes surprises you with how like rookie moves they are, etc. But I do see and he's also a little bit stubborn. I'm picking up timing. So he might be a little bit overwhelming for you, but I would say with the Hangman in play that you should just give it some time. I feel like he doesn't have any strong intentions directly to be like, yes, this is the relationship. But I do pick up the King of Wands and the Seven of Cups. He's just not quite sure. I don't think he was quite ready for the connection as it came when it did. Patience, timing is what I'm seeing for him. Anybody else? I'd like to know anything about my health if possible. Okay, Bonnie. This is for Bonnie. Bonnie, quick question. Does it have anything to do with your stomach? I'm picking up heat in the belly. And I'm picking up some drama and a worry about money. And fatigue. I'm picking up fatigue. I feel like you're not talking about this too much to anyone. Also seeing you doing some research, like possibly looking on Google or the internet. I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles, which is like a worry, but I'm not seeing anything coming of it. I'm seeing some study or research or looking some things up. And maybe that heart chakra is just the worry about something that I'm picking up that's your truth. I'm seeing for you, the Ace of Pentacles. Well, here's the thing. Ace of Pentacles is new beginning, but we have the Three of Cups, and that has to do with celebration. So whatever this is going to turn itself around if there is a problem already in play, or there won't be one in the long run. I do see a worry about money a couple of times there. So Julie says, will Sal contact me again? Let's look and see what Julie has going on for you. Varsity's such a cutie, taking her comments off. Such a smart, savvy girl. I do the same thing. I zing my comments right out of there when it's personal. All right, let's take a look and see for Julie. You're welcome, Bonnie. This is for Julie. Will Sal contact me again? So here's what's going on with Sal. I don't know if they're traveling or if they've gone somewhere, because I'm seeing the Chariot card. I'm also seeing that this individual is suffering from a little bit of lack of hope or possibly depression. I'm also seeing that there is a gap in time. This person feels like they're burdened right now, or they're feeling as if they've got a heavy burden or a weight on their back. And maybe that's in relationship to this situation where he feels like it's, he's carrying too much of the weight. I'm also seeing Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Is he in the military at all? Anyways, I do feel like he will contact you, but it won't be soon, but he will contact you again. There is the Six of Cups, which is like an old connection, or a connection that you'll like nostalgia. You kind of feel like you can't any of the kind of connection with him with anyone else, because it was such a rich experience with them. And the star card is in place, which tells me that you kind of feel as if he's not military. So I kind of feel as if he's, you're wondering if there's like a soulmate connection or something with that. But I do feel like he's a little depressed. Bonnie, are you able to read others' cards through me? It depends. Maybe I can try. Sometimes it's a little more muddled, but if they're in relationship with you, whether a family member or a friend, etc., or in relationship as in a coworker, a child, or a lover, then yes, sometimes I can. Where am I here? So this is for Gianna Mendoza. So please, can I get a friendship relationship reading for Gianna Mendoza? So yeah, your son. That's someone I could likely pick up on. Yes, in a reading I can. Yeah, she's saying it's an unreal connection. So yeah, there's that star card. It almost feels like a soulmate or twin flame kind of energy. So you haven't had it hasn't been easy for you to let it go. Okay, so this one's for Gianna Mendoza. And I should probably write these down because I do get lost. And what ends up happening is people get mad at me. Usually I just pick who I'm drawn to because it gets busy fast. But this is for Gianna Mendoza. All right, Gianna. I'm looking here, and the first thing that comes up for you is the Ace of Swords. I'm seeing the Ace of Swords, and I'm also seeing the Seven of Wands. So here's the thing that I'm picking up for you. You don't know what it is you want, and I think there's a person that you want that you're undecided if you want to move forward with or not. But I also pick up that you're undecided on exactly what you want things to look like, and you have kind of a hard time holding boundaries for individuals. I don't know where that came from, but I do feel as if you have your guard up a little bit. You do have the Ten of Swords, which is betrayal, or feeling as if you've got too much on your back from past relationships. Two of Swords is indecision. So for you, what I'm seeing is you have a hard time being vulnerable with individuals on occasion, especially, I don't know if somebody cheated on you, because we do have this Four of Pentacles, but I would say that there is someone that's either a little younger or a little immature that hasn't been kind or hasn't been playing fair, if that helps. I'm gonna do Lisa. Hi, darling. How are you doing? And then after that, so we'll do Lisa. And then directly after that, I will go to Kay Faye, who's asking for some advice on what to do with a current job. Okay, so Lisa, what my professional future looks like. You're welcome, Gianna. I appreciate you. You can go on and donate to PayPal, Karma on Deck, if you feel like you want to do that. All right, so this is for Lisa Ponce, and I've got a funny feeling that this is going to be a little bit 4K as well, interestingly enough, but we'll go for Lisa. Here you go, Lisa. This is all you, kiddo. All right, King of Cups is the first thing that comes up. Or do you work in medical at all? I'm also seeing the Strength card. Sometimes that card will play out in a medical scenario because it has the caduceus here. Just curious. So what I am seeing for you is the Seven of Cups, which is very balanced. That's kind of a theme lately as well. I'm also seeing that your professional life, you have a tendency to be very busy. You are in medical. Yay. Okay, so that was just an indicator. So Lisa did say that something she's doing is in medical. So the Strength card can also reference strength, but in this indicator, it was coming through as a feeling of working in medical. I'm also seeing some management for you. Hi, Don. How are you? It's been a while, huh? So I'm seeing the King of Wands, which tells us that you might be expected to be in a position of leadership coming up. Maybe that's why we're seeing the Strength card, and we have the Eight of Cups, which means busy. So you're going to have a lot of little projects on your plate, but you also will see some internal balance and some kind of like joy in yourself and what you're providing and what you're doing. I think you're going to really enjoy your job. And then I have the King of Wands. King of Wands has to do with leadership, and the kind of leadership that this is you directing things. So it's not like taking something in, but you might have some leadership in which you're required to go out and make things happen rather than just organizing within a house. So we go with that. Okay. So this one is for Miss K Faye. It's looking really good. I know Dawn said it's been a while. I try to do the weekly readings, but I have not done a Q&A in a while. Hi, Batman. Okay, so this is here for K Faye. Can I get some advice on what to do well at my current job? Okay, so that feels almost like a personality something, or I don't know. I'm going to stick with this first deck though, but we're going to play with both possibly. You're on the other side of the country now, Miss Dawn. Okay, so this is for UK. So here's what I'm hearing for UK. Money is coming your way. You do have a job where you are, and there is a medical symbol there too. So here's the thing for UK. I do feel like you don't know what is required at times. I'm also seeing that you have blinders on, and so you feel like you're kind of moving through things in such a way where you feel, hi Alicia. So you feel as if there's too much in front of you and you don't know where to start at times. So I would say patience for now, and also nurture the relationships there, because I'm seeing the Empress, and the Empress is one with a child and one with an egg or a pregnancy, and that's a very protective energy. But it's going to take some leadership from you. I don't feel like you're going to get support without asking for it, and I don't feel as if you're going to have any of the it's going to be self-directed, so you're going to have to nurture some of the relationships there. I don't know if it's something new that you're doing, but you feel not exactly out of your depth, but you have this very particular way of approaching your work projects where you want to do it well, and so you sometimes feel a little bit at a loss for that. So what I would say is, because of the Hangman in play, I would say to give it some time, because this is the Hangman. It means wait, a little bit of purgatory. So you don't like feeling like the noob. You don't like, yep, it is something new, she says. Okay, so you don't like feeling like you want to do a job well. So my recommendation, based on how the cards are playing out for you, is to ask and be direct. I feel like everybody around you is busy and you don't want to interrupt or etc. Hi, Kendra. So you don't want to really ask, but do so. They're going to respect you a little bit more for it. Yeah, she said, I don't like feeling like a noob. It's going to be okay. Just give it time. And I think that they're appropriating you plenty of time, so you don't feel as if they're not expecting too much of you too soon. Hi, Matt. Okay, so for Divine, hello, Divine, wanting to know if anyone is coming toward me in love. Hi, Matt. I did say hi, Matt, you little brat. Okay. Don't want to be a nuisance. So here's the difference. You hire somebody new, you're going to have to train them, and I think they understand that. So speak to what you need, because ultimately they'll respect. I was a paramedic for 20 years, and I always respected a paramedic who would come into my ambulance and in training be like, yeah, I don't know. I would much rather someone say, I don't know, than try to bluff through it, because ultimately someone's life is on the line. If you don't know, you don't know. And there's no shame in that. I mean, I don't know Latin. I'm going to tell you, I don't know how to read that. Okay, so this is for Divine. Is anyone coming towards me in love? And then I'm going to move forward with Dawn. I am in St. George, so not too far from you now. And then Kendra's asking for a quick reading too. Okay, so Divine and then Kendra. Missy girl. Okay, so Divine wants to know if anyone's coming towards you in love, and you're welcome. It's my pleasure. I actually pulled a card for you already, and it's sitting right here, and that is the Four of Wands. So the answer is a resounding yes. The Four of Wands means commitment, okay? This is your commitment and relationship card. It's better than getting the Lover's card, because it means relationship, it means commitment, it means a foundation and standards. I also see someone that's very giving. However, there's a caveat, isn't there always? There is someone else that you're attached to that you need to let go of in order to move forward, because I see here the Eight of Cups, that you're still holding on to something that you need to walk away from. And I'm seeing the Five of Swords, so you're just very sneakily kind of staying around another individual. But I do see love coming for you. Possibly might be someone younger than you. So yes, the answer is a yes. We got to do a yes, bitch, yes. Okay, Kendra, this is for you. Kendra, and then Dawn, and then it will be Jalen. So Dawn, hang out with me for a couple more minutes. Hi, Firespawn. Welcome. No, darling, the list is not closed, but there's a couple ahead of you. If you want to hang out, I'll get to you. So this is for my girl Kendra over on Facebook land, Queen of Pentacles. That card right there, Kendra, you were asked. I'm just doing a general for you. I don't know why I'm pulling this particular deck for this question, but what I'm seeing for you is further commitment in a relationship situation. I'm also seeing Queen of Pentacles, which has to do with management, leadership. That's a lot of themes going on. I also see some money coming your way, and probably you're going to have some money in the bank. And I don't know if that's been an issue for you in the past, but if you look, Kendra, the Six of Pentacles has to do with money coming your way. What up, Ortiz? Money coming your way. Usually it's a gift or charity. So someone gifting you money or a bonus or something that comes kind of out of the blue, that will be something to look forward to. I'm also seeing the Eight of Pentacles, which is repetition and redundancy. So not a whole lot of shifts and moves, except we do have the Two of Cups, which is the Love and Lovers card. So the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands, to me, are much better than getting the Lovers card, because the Lovers card is so dynamic, up in the air, back and forth, on again, off again, tango. This is a beautiful little commitment and love. So I don't know if that was fun for you or not, but there you have it. Let's see who is next. So I will be doing Dawn. She says, I turn 45 next month. What message do the cards have for me during the last few weeks of this year? I'm kind of moving through a little bit of a list. I'm pretty close to where you're at, Asia. So there's Firespawn, I think, and Jaylyn before you, but not too much. Okay, this is for Dawn Brown. Hi, Barbara. Hello, Sue. All right, so the first thing that's coming up for you, Dawn, is you have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is this card that has to do with being cheated, either cheated on or cheated. And so this is a foundation of which you're coming from. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean someone cheated on you, but it does mean that you're coming from a place of caution, that you don't want to repeat certain lessons. I'm also seeing the Knight of Wands. Whoever this individual is in your past might be owing you an apology. And I'm seeing a quick turnaround when it comes to money. Here's the big thing for you, Dawn, is I'm seeing the Two of Swords, and that is a consistent thing for you. You have analysis paralysis at times, where you get to where you start charging forward, and then you gather data until you have so much that you can't think straight, and you're like, too much, too much. And so what ends up happening is you get a little paralyzed and overloaded because you're so concerned about making a good choice that you keep collecting data to make the right one, yet the moments sometimes pass. And what happens with that is, like, sometimes when I see the Two of Swords, I always say the Two of Swords is like having a coupon. It's a great opportunity, but it will expire. So what happens with the Two of Swords, interestingly enough, is there is this moment where one of the choices that you would have made, you don't or won't ever know if that would have been a good option for you, because the opportunity to choose is removed, because the time and opportunity and that window closes. So the Two of Swords is that sensation of feeling like, I don't know. So don't be trigger shy, Dawn. I am seeing that you have this defense up, and this was a theme earlier in someone's reading where you have your defenses up and you have your weapons out, and where you kind of feel as if, you know, you don't want to let anybody in. Six of Wands also has to do with victory. You're also feeling ridiculously emotional, Knight of Cups. And that's like, so if you look at the court cards in a deck, okay, the majors have that huge, these animals. Hey, come here. Come here, sneaky. Jeez. All right, Nubis. So we have the Six of Wands that has to do with a surplus or a bonus for you. But like I was saying, the Knight of Cups. So the major cards come in like a little cannonball sometimes, and pew, they hit our life with these huge energies, right? The minors are the same as the majors, but just a different energy. So they're a little more chill. So when you look at the court cards, you take the energy of that card. For example, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is our card for emotions, right? A page would be, if you look at the behavioral patterns of someone between 12 and 15, right? How immature they can be. And so, like, impulsive, right? And then we have somebody who's a teenager that thinks they know it all, and they have hubris and pride, okay? And they sometimes run too fast, or they jump into things without thinking. Queen would be a nurturing, and a king would be kind of a more direct energy of the same kind. But so the Knight of Cups has to do with you being a little bit emotional and quite possibly moderately impulsive and moderately emotional. That's for you, Dawn. Happy birthday for you. So Dawn, that is Anubis digging into something, screwing around with something in my house. Kitty, kitty. All right. So that was for Dawn. Jaylyn is next, and then we'll have Spire Spawn. Let's see where we are. Hello, Heather. What's up? You're welcome, Bo. All right. So this one is, we are at Jaylyn at this point. So Jaylyn, what's your question, darling? You got to post the nature of your question so I can decide which deck. It's just a quick little spread. So if you want a question, or I can just do a general for you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a minute, huh, Fortiz? Her first live, she said, and welcome. Your first live with me or first live ever for a reading? Okay, so hi, Luna. So I'm feeling overwhelmed at my current job. Will I ever catch on? They don't provide training. I'm having to learn on my own. All right, let's take a look at these dynamics for Jaylyn. I know, I haven't done one of these lives in a long time. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Knew it. Want to go see what he's getting into so bad. Hi, Mary. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your job here. Ooh, I'm picking up fatigue, and I see you want to leave. See, look at this. So I see, so I was just talking about the Lover's card earlier. The Lover's card right here. Thank you. Luna said, I look radiant. All right, so right here we have the Lover's card. Remember I was talking about it a minute ago, like the majors and the minors. Okay, so the majors, the Lover's card is often one of those cards that people have a preconceived idea about. So do they as well about the Death card. So people see the Death card and they flip out, right? They're like, eh. And then so what I want to tell you is the Death card just means change, like a baptism or a quitting a job or a getting a job. Or if you're like starting college or graduating college, it's an ending and a beginning at the same time. Okay, just like death. So you have, Jaylyn, the Death card in play, which tells me that you feel like you want to leave. You feel like it's not a good fit. I don't feel as if they want to fire you, though. It's not coming up with some craziness. I feel like you're just overwhelmed and you don't feel well equipped. I do see the Page of Wands. You're not quite sure what to take with it, and you have power dynamics going on. As I was saying, the Lover's card is not my favorite card. Interestingly enough, the Death card is. The Lover's card is the one that people light up when they see it. Ooh, yay, I have the Lover's card. And I'm like, oh shit, you have the Lover's card. Because what the Lover's card has to do with this polarity, this duality, and these two powers that are struggling for this center, right? Hi, goddess. So you have the Lover's card, and it usually has an indication of a decision in the middle or some illumination. I call the Lover's card the Great Tango, because if you can think of a tango, you have two individuals coming together. It's beautiful. One goes their own way and this one watches. They come back and the other goes their way and they watch. And sometimes it's a clash. Sometimes it's not violent, but it's like these crashing, clashing energies, and it's like boom, right? And this ellipsis and a continued pattern. So the Lover's card isn't a great card. It's not my favorite. I'm also seeing the Seven of Cups, which is overwhelmed, but ultimately I feel like you want to leave there. You do like the money. You do like the money. I feel like you could money is looking good for you too. So I see you choosing between this and another job. So this Two of Pentacles tells me there's something else out there for you, which is really good news. Hi, Maria. I love you. Okay, let's see who was next. So Fire Spawn was next. Hi, Tina. Fire Spawn. I need a question from you. And then there you go. Type your question. Anything live life? Anything live life? Coben, rephrase that, please, so I can be clear. Should I date Carlos, or is there a All right. Yes, type your question. So, should I date Carlos or is there a better man coming my way? First of all, the coach in me is screaming right now because should I date Carlos? If it's not a resounding fuck yes, then it's a hell no. If you can't just be super excited in the beginning, just know that all those beautiful shiny edges are going to wear off quicker than if you were excited about them. So I would say if you feel like you should someone, then I don't know. If it's a doubt, somewhere in the back, you're going to find it. So let's take a look at Carlos for you, Fire Spawn. The first thing that comes up for Carlos is he's controlling, a little bit bossy, or very hard to manage, so to speak. I feel like you don't know what he wants. He can be a smooth talker at times, and I don't think it has staying power. I'm seeing the Death card, which is change or shifting sands, and then I see the Two of Pentacles. I would hazard to say that there will be another individual that's in your way anyways, or that you may have your eye on. So I would hazard a guess that there's already someone that you're looking toward. Yeah, and I feel like it's going to come in time. So there's some timing there for you. All right. So Fire Spawn, I'm going to circle you so I can remember to come back to you if you're still out there. So Goddess. And then Mary. He is asking a question. I don't do whens so well, Bitsy, but we can look and see if some positive things are coming for you. So Luna's saying, I have a place I want to move to, another country, but I'm so scared. I've never lived alone, let alone another country, but universe keeps sending me signs I belong there. Can the cards shed some light on this for me? Absolutely. And I love this so much. This is for my Luna. Okay, so here's what's interesting about all that. So if the universe is sending you these little inklings, I would say do it. I felt an inkling to move, packed up, thought I was going to Miami, and then my inkling told me stay. And I was visiting here and I decided to stay, and I'm happier than I've ever been in this whole entire life of mine. So the very least thing that could happen, Luna, as a life coach, is I'm going to say, get at it. The worst thing that can happen is you come home. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of worse things too, but don't make yourself feel like you're making a permanent move. Check it out. Go visit. See what it looks like. All right, so this is for Luna. Thank you for your patience out there. So Luna, the first card that comes up for you is right here. We have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups, Goddess said, oh my God, story of my life. So right here, there is the Three of Cups, and this is celebration. So joy, celebration. This is like live, love, eat type shit right there for you. I'm also seeing the Fate card, and I'm also seeing money. So money, 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 money. Wow, all about the Benjamins, baby. So this is the Queen of Wands. That means work. So there's something for you when it comes to money and leadership. I have the Three of Cups, which is celebration. I see the Wheel of Fortune, which is fate and timing. I love the Wheel of Fortune. The one thing is you're fighting with somebody about all this, and you feel not quite self-confident enough to do it. If you want some coaching, you come find me and I will get you where you need to be, and we'll plan this out so you feel safe about it. Okay. Let's see. Goddess has a question for me. Can I have a reading on finances? So this is for Goddess. And then after that for Miss Mary. All right, finances for Goddess. I'm seeing a job offer for you before I even pull the cards. Look, boop. Two of Pentacles, which has to do with a job offer. I moved to New York City after visiting, just followed my intuition, has been nothing but difficulty since moving. She's got some other advice over there. Well, but you got to realize though that it may not be the move itself. So for me, in personal and in particular, I am only able to speak from my experience, right? So I was supposed to move to Miami, and Miami was problem after problem, hiccup after hiccup, and everybody's like, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. And I got stubborn. I'm like, no, I'm doing this. I'm doing all the things, right? However, it was the move. So if you ever listen to any of my old lives when I was doing the coaching videos, which you guys are going to have so much more coming, because Miss Moxie has agreed to do the dating series with me because I kept looking for a male counterpart. Flakes, nobody wanted to play. And when they did, they only stayed for 1 or 2 sessions. It didn't have any staying power with karma. So my Moxie and my business partner is going to start doing some psychological analysis of current dating. We were looking for a male counterpart, but she is my male counterpart. She's my alpha. Alrighty, here. So goddess. Finances. So you have a good foundation. Let's look at that first, okay? We have the finances. I also see the Chariot card for you, which might indicate a move or some travel in the next little bit. I also see some possible return to school or an education model that might be like an online learning or something that you learn that you can work from home. But I do see that there is tension building for you and your instincts are telling you you need to get out of there. I don't see a move. There's also a power struggle for you. I don't see a move right away, but you definitely feel backed into a corner and you've been losing your shit a little bit. And you just don't feel like you can communicate with anybody. And I see you're wanting to be more social than you had before. And you've been looking at every opportunity that you can. I'm also seeing 9 of coins for you. Well, I do see you going around family, but the holidays are here, so let's dismiss that. Financially, what I'm seeing is that you really feel like your foundation is shaken, that you made a bad choice. But I am seeing here, babe, boom, right here. You have a strong foundation, so trust that. Mary has a question about her daughter's court case. Let's take a look and see here. And then I will talk to Miss Bitsy. She's a longtime friend and client of mine. She wants to know about when things will get easier, but I think I will try for you. Bitsy said, hunting for the positive. And I was just talking to you. Yes. I heard you in my head. I'll still pull some cards and we'll see, love. Hello, Asia. You're welcome. Okay, so this is for Mary in regards to a court case for her daughter. She wants to know how this is going to turn out. Now, good court resolutions would be a justice card next to something positive. Justice versus judgment. Come here. Oh, come here. Look how big he got. Remember how tiny he was? A little big in my hand, about the size of a little teacup. Black cat and a pentacle. I wasn't going to do it because this community, it's a primarily LDS community. The doggy's coming. But I found a pentacle and I saw a picture of a black cat and he had a pentacle on and it looked wicked cute, like adorable. He's got to have one. But look how big he got. He's a fatty. Are you jealous? Jameson, here, take your cat. As long as he's in here, he's not getting into shit. Isn't that cute? The little pentacle. I had to do it. My neighbors will probably be terrified. And if he ever gets out, he'll probably be murdered. Burn the witch. I don't know. It was just too cute not to play with. Okay, so this is for you. Sorry, Mary, I didn't mean to get distracted, but I do need to disengage for a second or two now and then to ground again because my brain picks up everything. Okay, here we go. King of Swords. Now, this is the really cool thing about tarot. Sometimes I'll be looking for the Justice card or whatever, but other cards will indicate there is victory entailed by showing us another viewpoint of it. So we have the King of Swords, and this is the card that indicates victory. So here's the thing about victory, okay? So victory is not necessarily the end all be all. And if you think about divorce, you may have won blah, 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 or got the things that you wanted out of the situation, but this card's legitimate and literal definition means you've won the war, now you must win the peace. And what that means is, like, a couple years ago when we bombed Syria, nobody was really talking about it. Blows my mind that nobody talked about how we just went in there and dropped shit on people. But we have the King of Swords. So when we drop this bomb, what happens afterward is we have to go in and now reestablish a government, relocate families, bring in peace, protect the thing that we just won. Okay. So the first card that you have is, and that must make a lot of sense to you when I talk about victory for her. So she may have victory, but it doesn't mean that it's over, if that makes sense. So let's keep going. That makes sense, Mary? So I am seeing 2 of Wands. And here's the thing. It could go either way, right? So you have the 2 of Wands. And if anybody over here on YouTube would, if I missed you, or if you would like to post your question and you're curious, the list is caught up at this point. And also for you guys on here, I see that there's like 2 more that just popped a question, but I think I have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 more in me. So I see the 2 of Wands. So here's the thing, Mary, is we have this 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands plays like this. We have one individual in the middle, and this looks like you, so let's say, for example, your husband is the disciplinarian and the kid tries to get something from you and you're in the middle. Or your boss, your coworker is asking you to be a liaison between your boss. Or if it's like feeling as if you're between 2 different separate choices or 2 opinions or gossip, it's like this could go either way and you just kind of feel like you're in the middle. And then you have the King of Wands. I don't know if there's a male involved or whatever, but here's the thing. I don't know if this has to do with substances or someone who's lying, because the Devil card in play has to do with lies, substances, addiction, alcohol sometimes, things like that. But the thing is, you guys don't feel as if you can trust the individual that's either representing you or the situation itself. Might be some money involved too. Might be some fines, etc. Hopefully that helps. But let's just stick with that. The King of Swords is victory. But it ain't going to be easy, baby. I got the hiccups. I can only channel for like an hour and I start either 2 things. I either start hiccuping or I start sneezing. I would much rather have the hiccups, though they're more painful, but sneezing is not something you want to see a recording of yourself doing. Woo! I've seen a couple of them where at the end of the video, I'm just like doing this to my nose and I just did it on camera anyway, but yeah. This one's for Bitsy really quick. A quick one on seeing if things are going to change because I'm hoping so. Chariot, I see some travel for you. There's always horses in her readings. Bitsy's horses. I see that you're deeply overwhelmed right now. You have the 7 of Cups, Bitsy. I'm seeing the Ace of Cups, which is joy, and I see a young individual coming toward you and possibly you getting asked out on a date. And I'm seeing the 9 of Pentacles, but I do see 10 of Pentacles, which is a much more beautiful answer. 10 of Cups. I was looking at the Pentacles. My apology. So right here, the lies. She said no addiction, the lies. So so the Devil card is usually lies, arguments, and substances. And when I say addiction, it could be almost anything. It could be, too much TV, too much alcohol, too much laziness. Oh, anything. You know what I mean? Pornography. It could be the thing that keeps us back, and it could be our inhibitions too. So this right here for Bitsy is the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups has to do with perfection. It has to do with image. It has to do with wholeness and fulfillment and joy in Disneyland. And so what this means is the thing that you're looking for is coming. And I see this here. Ace of Cups. Some travel. Hi, Clyde. Long time no see. And then I also see the 7 of Cups, which is your little bit of overwhelm. If anybody knows what the answer is for Shauna, that's over there in the chat box. What does karma always say? If you have to ask. Okay, where were we? Okay, Asia, let me catch up over here on YouTube and then you will be next. I've got a couple that popped on after my little solicitation. So that's Mary. Fire Spawn left, so we're going to move forward. Yes, indeed, cats are protection. That little dog for the doorstep. Bird for the dawn. A cat for the night. Let's see here. Divine. Why is my Aquarius blocking me out? Why is my Aquarius blocking me out? You are so welcome. I do enjoy this very much. I actually enjoy doing these lives much more than the readings for the weekly readings. I miss these. Okay. Divine, D-I-V-I-N-E, Divine Dime. So your Aquarius is blocking you out because they have other options they want to explore, or they're looking at some other things they don't want to witness for. And that doesn't necessarily mean another individual, but it's that whole blocking thing and privacy. Because look here, we got our defenses up. We have somebody being sneaky. We have someone being fearful. We have someone carrying a burden. So it doesn't necessarily mean another person, but whatever it is that they're carrying, they don't want an audience for. Some people who have alcoholism lock people out. Some people who are embarrassed by anything they don't want to share, or a burden that they don't feel like they want to expose anyone else to. I remember when my dad was sick and I was taking care of him, and I didn't want to talk about it to people because it was just taking up my whole life. So I am picking up that it's between you and another situation. So your instincts are telling you they'll be back, and you feel like there's just a decision that needs to be made. Who's saying they're stuck at work? Alrighty. Hopefully that helps you. Asia Nicole. So Aja Star Stevens. Sorry, it's Aja, I don't know which one, but I was on that one first. Asia, if you'll hold tight. So Aja Star, I would like to know, why is my Aquarius guy returning, and if so, are his intentions good? Ooh, that's a very good question. So, like a lot of people who come around, I have a new phrase that I'm going to start making some damn memes on. It's called dis and appear. Some bastards come back after they ghost you and think it's going to be all fine. No, it is not. You can't dis and appear me. No. When they dis and appear. All right. So Asia. There's two Asias. My apologies. Okay. So let's find out if her Aquarius guy is returning and if his intentions are good. Ooh. Unfortunately, I hate these guys. Come on, somebody bring up energy with some good questions. I would have to say no. And let me show you why. The cards are telling me that he has been dishonest with you. This is my cheating card. So there may be a third party at this point, or there's some things that they're not telling you you're going to feel betrayed about. They're very, very good at painting a picture that they look very good, and love bombing maybe, and possibly like painting a perfect story where they're never the victim. But I see the Tower card. I see the Two of Pentacles, which is my indicator that there might be two people, not just the Four of Pentacles. So these two together indicate there might be someone else, and I see them being very sneaky. And I'm also picking up that you knew all this, that you have the High Priestess right here. The High Priestess means instincts, intuition, and your very own psychic ability is telling you that you suspected a lot of this already. So that was Asia. And this is for you, Asia Nicole. Should I have patience with Gregory, or should I shift my focus completely on myself? You should do both. You should have patience with Gregory, and you should shift your focus to yourself and let him figure it out. He's grown, he's equipped, he's an adult. Wow, Luna says, you really do look so vibrant. I can see this massive light and energy coming off of you, girl. It's so blinding and gorgeous. Spirit is just barking to me, telling me to tell you that I can't help. Tell you I can't help it. Thank you. I do feel brighter than I've ever felt in my life, and I can appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Asia said spot on. Okay, this is for you, cuteness. So here we go, Asia Nicole. Should I have patience with Gregory, or should I shift my focus completely on myself? So here's this advice that I use as a client, a coaching client, as a life coach for my clients when they have situations with their boyfriends. Here's what's true, guys. Vanessa's favorite phrase. Here's what's true. If you focus on yourself and they come back, you win. If you focus on yourself and they don't come back, you didn't lose anything, but you're further ahead. If you focus on yourself and time goes by, you're a much more interesting prospect when you come to them with this fullness and this meditative state and this beautiful body you're working on, and these beautiful, like, you know, projects where you're working on your hobbies and you're learning something new. You're like a more rich and beautiful shining star than you would be if you sat and moped. Jameson. So I would say do both, because ultimately you always have you. And when you don't focus on you and you give that energy away, you're literally giving it away without hopes of return. So I'm not saying you should not give to others, but it is paramount that you fill your own cup first, because if you do not, you have nothing to give. And that's just the truth, right? So let's see if Gregor deserves some patience, shall we, kids? I'm in a really good mood. I'm loving this. If these animals won't stop. So here's the thing about him is there's been a strong shift with him. I'm seeing some overwhelm. I'm seeing the Tower card where he's really shaken your foundation. You guys broke up a couple times. I don't know if that's like a little power play that you guys have going on back and forth, but you have the Seven of Cups, which is overwhelm. You're getting a little tired of his shit and you're getting overwhelmed by the games that he's playing, right? Jameson barked in agreement, she says. Well, and I feel like you can't trust him. And so part of your reason for patience is that you're not sure you can trust what he has to say or do. And I'm seeing the Page of Wands, which is apology. Like you're not sitting there waiting for him to apologize. You want him to get it right. So I feel like he's always sucking up in one way or another or having to like beg off. But I do honestly feel like things will get easier with him, but you may run out of steam before that happens. Six of Swords means things getting easier, but this attitude of his, bro, no. This attitude right here is him being like, and it's not necessary. You ain't got to play if you don't want to play. All right, where are we now? Let me just, if you guys want to hang out and chat amongst yourselves, get some coffee. I'm going to look really quick and see. So Tina Vandeput, hi darling. Tina has a work question for me. Spot on, she said. Holla. And Luna wants to know, well, I'll get back to you, Luna, if there is some time to do a second question. You little shit. He's trying to grab the cat. He likes to climb up my legs and then claws. Woo! But he's heavier than he used to be, so I don't like it. You're welcome, Aisha. Okay, so this is for Tina on work. And then I think we're pretty caught up on this, so I might be able to hit you, Luna. Where'd it go? Stuck at work. I don't know if I'm going to look for a better paying job. Let's take a look and see what the dynamics are, Tina. I might even do the other deck. So this deck right here has to do with decision making, finances, legal, etc. Let's take a look, Tina. King of Wands, management. The Sun card. Ace of Swords. Come on. Come on, do this. Come on, baby. So I'm seeing the Ace of Swords, which is some decisions that are required to be made for you. I see the Sun card, which is things getting better. But the biggest problem for you is you get overwhelmed and you're not quite sure you can trust them. You have the Five of Cups. There is a lot of things to enjoy, but it's just too shiny at times where so you're wondering, worried, don't feel like it's all going to pan out. So you have this pragmatism. So you kind of keep to yourself, right? It's going to get easier. That's all I got to say. I don't know about better paying, but I feel like you're going to like it a little bit more as time goes on. So I would say hang on. Hopefully that helps. Nancy says, wants to know about Raymond coming back. And if anybody in the chat here, Nancy asked me Raymond. Nancy. So if anybody on the chat here is missing a reading or would like to jump in there, there's room from Tina. Hopefully that helps you. For Luna. But heck, so Luna says, I didn't plan to ask about love and I'm just focused on that move and love isn't my priority. But heck, why not? Anything romance related for me. Like a kitty. I love that little shit. I have fallen so much in love with him. He's just adorable. And when I got him, he was only drinking milk. Only milk. Now he's eating 3 cans a day like a fat ass. I think it's way too much food, but every teenager has a growth spurt, right? Am I right? All right, Luna. Ooh. Online dating. I see you online dating, finding someone online, interestingly enough. Look at that. 3 of Pentacles, online dating, King of Cups. Okay. Ultimately, though, you're very picky. Okay. I see that you're picky. I see that you can't stand drama. You are also very like, do you make lists, Luna? I see lists. So this is the Hermit card. So this Hermit card is like is like it has all this knowledge on it. Okay, it has a magnifying glass, it has books, it has illumination, it has staff, tree of life. It's knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. You like vet people beyond belief, and you just literally pick them apart, and you gather a lot of evidence. I don't know if you make lists, pros and cons and shit, but you gotta like lighten up and let people be who they are. But here's the interesting thing, and I want everybody else to plug their ears because I never say this. And I never advertise for finding someone's soulmate. But if I were to ever get a spread of cards that told me a soulmate was coming, it's this. So look, so the Star card and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Star card lining up, the Wheel of Fortune, which is fate, the King of Cups, which is love, and then you have the Empress card. Time. So here's the thing about this, okay? Can't believe I'm saying this live even, because it's a very particular and finite needle in a haystack kind of thing, and so very few people get this. So very few people achieve the soulmate or find them, because it really takes getting centered, grounded, being authentic to find that individual, or it literally is just a roulette wheel roll. But I do have this card here, which is the Empress, and it means timing, and she's pregnant. So here's the thing about pregnancy. You can't rush it. It is one of those things that you have to wait for. It is one of those things that sometimes they're early, sometimes they're late, sometimes they're sick, sometimes they're well, and you have no idea what it's going to look like, but you got to wait however long it's going to take. But it means time, but it's within time. So here's the thing. This isn't a maybe sometime somewhere kind of thing. It's already in play. So whatever track you're along is bringing you to this. Do not quote me. I will deny that I told somebody I found a soulmate in a reading. And you better tell me if this happens like in the future, like the girl. The only other thing that I won't do is pregnancy questions, because there's so much emotion wrapped up in that. And also I was told that I would find my soulmate and he looked like Dog the Bounty Hunter. First of all, if anybody knows me, I would never. Bikers and me have I have triggers with bikers from my past. I love bikers now. I have a lot of them in my life, Dawn and Donna, etc. But I don't like to talk to people and make them hold on to a image in their head and not live their life. So I won't give you like a description or a time or a place, and it's not supposed to be done that way anyways. But I remember someone telling me that I would marry this guy, or my soulmate was this big biker looking guy, and he was some CEO or whatever. I swear I looked at every single biker and went, because I was like, what do they mean? And what if it's this one? And I won't ever do that to someone because it's disturbing. So I hope that helps you, but don't quote me on that. Pregnancy was another one that I've done. I told somebody, I see twins around you. She swears I said it, and I hate doing pregnancy readings. But a year later, she's like, oh my God, you came up on my timeline as a year ago today. And I forgot to tell you, I got pregnant 3 months after, and I got twins. Not me. I didn't say that. Okay. Will Raymond come back? Nancy wants to know, are you still there? He's grabbing shit off my altar now. I do see that this bothers you. So, Nancy, there is this Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Will he come back into your life? The answer is yes. I do feel like you're sad about all of this if you look at this. Is you have the Four of Cups, okay? So this is you feeling as if there's the one, you're not enjoying the things in front of you because you want to go back to this situation, but we have Ace of Cups, a Pentacle of Love. I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles too, which is another confirmation, and I see Page of Cups. So this is a renewal. Well, I always call this one new relationship energy. She said, see, the thing is, I'm not attached to that reading. I wasn't even going to ask. The move is top billing for me, but wow, it's cool to hear it. Okay, so yes, I will say Raymond will come back, and it's looking beautiful. I also thank you, Luna, because I had asked for somebody to shift the energy from the sorrow that's going on, and that was one of the things I talked about in the beginning of the reading. It's like I've been channeling this depressed and sad and heavy energy, you know? from everyone. The dreams last night that I had, you guys are carrying some pretty heavy weight out there. I'd really like to hear some joyful stuff too. So Shining, I need a question for you. I don't see a question. I just see a reading. Unless you want me to just do a general spread, please let me know. Oh, there it is. May I ask for career guidance if I will get my dream clear? So let's take a look and see. Hi, Emily. Okay. Thank you for your patience over here, YouTube. Woo! So the first thing that I have for you right now is you're starting to, yes is your answer, first of all, before I move even further. Career guidance is yes, you'll get your dream career, because if you look here, we have the Six of Wands, and that means victory. If you see the diamond on there, it's attainment. I'm also seeing 10 of Cups, which is joy, external, internal. I think you're going to be highly valuable at that career. The only thing that comes up is your newness at it. You feel backed into a corner. You feel a lot of criticism for that. I'm also seeing the Two of Cups, the Empress card, which is leadership, and the Three of Wands, which is feeling backed into a corner. You're like really worried about it happening now or happening soon. So aside from that Three of Wands and feeling that pressure, I am seeing that the results are going to be beautiful for you. The Empress, the Two of Cups, balance, money, the Emperor, a lot of leadership in store for you, Shining. Okie dokie. Emily wants to know, am I on the right path? That is a fully loaded question. I'm going to have to ask you to be a little bit more specific and tone it down for a little bit, because that could take up a whole lot. And it could go in any direction. Emily. Hello, you beautiful lady. How are you? So let's take a look and see here, Emily, so you have Queen of Pentacles. So Emily, the first thing that I'm going to say to you, and we need to see each other soon, I decided. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles right here, and that has to do with leadership. So whatever it is that you've got going on, and as far as your leadership is going, that's a good sign. Ooh, we have the Lovers card. There's a power struggle. I'm also seeing Seven of Swords. There's some things that you want to do that you're not doing that you want to bring into play. I'm also seeing the Star card. She's saying new adventure in spiritual. The answer would be yes. You're vetting, looking, proving some things to you. You have the Three of Wands, which is watching. So you have the Three of Wands, which is watching. So here's the thing about Emily in her, thank you, CH. So I'm seeing the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands means watching. And if you look at this card, she's standing on a cliff edge, and she's looking, she's watching. And there's not even a ship out there, but you're like, I have faith that if I watch and look and search long enough, it will happen. But I also see Three of Cups, which is celebration. So those would all be yes answers. However, Emily, you do feel as if you're such a noob and so like a rookie at some of this that you're unsure. But here's the thing. Trust yourself. When it comes to spiritual things, above all, trust yourself. I wish that I had someone that told me to trust myself, to relax, to just kind of like be in flow and allow yourself to be where you're at and not take everything so seriously. I do take Cash App. It's all karma on deck if you want to find it. But Emily, here's the thing. There were a lot of things that I had done in practice that, like, for example, casting a protective circle, everybody's like, start in the east or whatever. However, in some of my study recently, one of my most precious texts that I've been studying and getting the most knowledge out of, I read it like scripture now because I get boom, boom, boom. Raw material, if any of you guys are interested, it's mind-blowing. However, in all of this, I was doing things naturally. I was doing things as I was guided. I faced north, northeast, casting a circle. And what ended up happening for me was in raw material, he talked about the vessel that was channeling this session for them, which was done in 1982, by the way. They were channeling this raw for knowledge and asking specific questions. And they said, is there anything we can do for the vessel? So the other person, interestingly enough, her name is Carla. The channeling vessel that they used, her name was Carla. So what can we do for Carla to make her more comfortable, etc.? And he said, all these things, north, northeast, water. If you guys know me at all, water is my huge thing. And a censer of incense, blah, 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 a certain candle. But he said 20 degrees north, northeast to put her head to the north, northeast. There was other things like that. Had I listened to everybody else, I would be doing the whole not to poke at any religion or whatever, but when you go into Catholic church and you're Catholic, there's catechisms, there's things that you recite, and these things that you do in order and in a certain way. But when I broke away from all of that and started to do things that were in specific into how I decided it should be or how it felt it should be, it was right and it worked. So Emily, trust thyself. I don't know if that was for you, Gabriel. Okie dokie. So Gabe, let's see. CH Wagas. Will ex-husband come back for my life? Hello. He's purring. Yeah, so trust yourself. I mean, if it feels off, your body will tell you, your spirit will tell you. You know what I mean? You will note or sense. And if someone's telling you something that's hogwash, like, bro, I am the mystical myth buster. I mean, like, don't let anybody hold your cards. Don't let anybody touch them. But oh, the next person's like, yep, yeah, make them shuffle the cards for them. Keep them in silk. Make sure you have a Rider Waite deck. Make sure you have a deck given to you. No, I mean, there's so many rules. There's so many, like, dogma. There's so much dogma out there. Yo, trust yourself. You come fully equipped. Weka, CH Wake. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but your answer is yes. Will he come back into your life? The King of Cups is right here. So yes. I do feel like you're miserable without this situation being resolved, and in time you have the Empress. So I will say yes, and with an apology, definitely make things a little easier and change behavior. Holla! And it will likely be his idea. Oh yeah, you beautiful, stunningly beautiful cards. Look at this. Boop-de-boop-de-boo. I love it. She's like, it sounds like good news for you. Oh, yeah, look at this. Celebration. 10 of Cups is Disneyland. Queen of Wands is leadership. The Emperor would mean that it's coming from him. The Knight of Wands, which is, you know, an apology, but it's going to take a little time. I wouldn't have you thinking stop everything and do whatever, because here's what's true. Fate, you end up where you're supposed to be anyway. I used this analogy the other day. My God, I hope I used the right name, because I think I was like, isn't Frodo the little guy in Lord of the Rings? He's like, no, I'm not doing the thing. And he goes right, and everybody goes left. And on the other side of the mountain, boom, they end up on the same mission anyway. So the faster you run from your destiny, the quicker you run into it, guys. We all try so hard to get away from doing certain things, but we end up being right where we're supposed to be no matter what. So you might as well not shift too much anyway. Just flow, yo. All right. Hopefully that's helpful. Gabrielle, I can look for you. I'm not sure. I had to search for it. Oh, yes, definitely. I'll search for it for you. My web designer found it because it was the only one I wanted to use off some stupid meme maker that I use for my little thumbnails for YouTube, and I just discovered that it's gone off of that app. So I'm going to be looking for that font in particular, and I will email her. If you want to, Gabrielle, is it Gabriel or Gabrielle? If you'll email me at karmaondeck702@gmail, I will make sure to get that to you. If it won't be tonight, it'll be soon. Let me see if my email is right here. Somebody type karmaondeck702 for me. Can't find it. Okay. This is really fun. Oh, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, Karma on Deck 702. Type it in there in case anybody else has any other questions. Okay, so what was your question? So Gabrielle is saying, what's coming this week in the connection between Escarian and me? Ooh-wee. Hi, Jarrett. Wow. Page of Swords. The Hangman. Four of Pentacles. Death card. Fool card. Ah! Whoo! So, interestingly enough, so this is why I say to people that do one card readings or they pull one card, I just feel like you're robbing people of depth and you're not giving them a full picture. It would be like giving someone a half of a picture or a black and white. There's so much more to be had, or sound. Escarien. Escarien. Escarlen. Yeah, I'm getting old. Okay, Escarlen. So here's what I see. The Page of Swords. So somebody's feeling like a rookie. Someone feeling as if, you know, not quite sure you can design things the way you want them to be, or maybe you can't manipulate or whatever. Was there a third party, or was there any cheating or something that they did that made you feel as if they weren't honest with you? Hi, baby. Because I'm seeing the Four of Pentacles. However, there might have been a breakup between the two of you already, or a split, or going separate ways, because I see a baptism, a change, the Fool card, and the Four of Wands. So even though it starts out feeling like maybe we're at unrest with one another, we have the Four of Pentacles, we don't feel like our needs are being met, we felt cheated in some way or another. Yep, there it is. I hate to always put it that way, but the Four of Pentacles, guys, is my cheating card. And she's saying, yes, there was a third party manipulating us. So it doesn't always mean cheating. It always means like they're a third party or betrayal of some kind, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. I would have to do like a full one-on-one before I go throwing out there, but not to have you like freak out. But there's the Death card. So here's what's happening. You have the Fool card, which is opportunity. And she's saying it. We recently have been visiting each other in dreams. So that's a good sign that there's a connection going on in 5D. And he's thinking of you and you're thinking of them. And there's like a connection. So dialogue is likely to be open because we have the Fool card and then we have the Four of Wands. So there is a reconnect. Blue. All right, guys. Let's see. Did I get Emily, Nancy? Are we all good? I don't even know if my Cash App is in here. I think I just used my... It's all the same. There's a lot of good energy in here. I'm smiling. I randomly hopped on Facebook too. And these are so fun to do for you guys get an opportunity to know me. Ooh, I'm male, but I'm considered to have two spirits. She has two spirits too. Very dear friend of mine is that. He's very fully equipped. What are you doing? Yeah. Can you meow? Yeah. Can you tell everybody hi? Yeah. Nope, he's gonna groom himself. All right, I think I got everybody. Oh, you're very welcome. So here's what I'd like to say. For those of you on Facebook, I would encourage you to come to my YouTube and join me there. It's my favorite platform. There's so much more content on there. It's easily searchable. You don't have to go through my timeline. There is a Karma on Deck. There is a Karma on Deck Facebook page. So I do post all of the videos on there. However, it's easier to find them on Facebook, or I'm sorry, on YouTube. So I love your support on YouTube. I've really been playing with it because I love this platform the very most. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and share. It would really help me out. Let me know where you are in the world and tell me how you feel your reading went. And yes, Gabrielle, another question. I would love it. Yeah. And then I think I'm going to be done. I don't think anybody else here on Facebook had posted a question. So yeah, I'm going to tell you guys goodbye. I want to thank you for hanging out with me and also for your patience. And I will catch you on the flip side. I don't know how I'm feeling. An hour and a half is quite a long time to be channeling. But I do have Capricorn, Aquarius. I'm a Capricorn sun, Aquarius moon, and a Pisces rising. Let's see if I can pop some of those on there for you. And yes, Emily, I would love to. And I just live around the corner from your shop. So if you want to do an in-depth, I can come to you and we can sneak. But you don't want to do that at work. You come see me. I'm just around the corner. So thank you. Love and light, guys. Remember, come from love. The answer is right there. Thank you, guys. All right, YouTube. Let's talk to Gabrielle and go from there. What was the other question that you had? Don't spend too much. Ow! Did you bite me? You little shit. Why you bite the girl? Don't bite the girl. All right, so my question, has Elkin thought about doing things like magically? All right, hello, Lupita. So let's take a look and see what card might pop up for that. And I would like to hazard a guess that the Magician is the card that I would think magic would be attributed to. So let's take a look and see, Gabriel. I wanted to name my first son Gabriel, but I cannot stand the nickname Gabe. Same with Jake. I don't stand Jake. Jacob, yes. Gabe. But I love Gabriel. It's one of my favorite names. So I would have to guess that the answer would be in time. This individual does not have a lot of confidence on that respect. and nervous behavior, but the options are all there for you. There would have to, I do see the death card, which means there's some changes that are going on for her. So I would wait and see what comes out at the other end. I mean, I don't know about you, but for those of you that have people in your life who activate like right in front of you, it's like a night and day. They just come out a whole other new person. So I'm seeing some changes, and she does hold a little judgment on some of those practices, but I don't think it will last. I think she's going through some confidence building to do, and also some education. So I do feel as if you educate her, she does love you, but I just think it would take a little courage and a little coaching. So a general red for Lupita, and very nice to meet you, Gabriel. I would love for your presence if you wanted to find me on Facebook. See your face on my timeline, that would be great. All right, so this is for Lupita Orozco. Orozco. Can I get a general? Yes, you may. Probably going to stick on here about another 10 minutes. Yes, please do. We can chat and I can find that information for you. If not, I can find my web designer and get it for you. I know it's in our chat somewhere. I just have to take some time and look it up. Okay, so this is for Lupita. Can any of you guys hear Jameson snoring under my desk? I haven't seen my girl from Egypt on here. Where is she at? Queen Goddess, whatever her name is. Okay, so this is for you, Lupita. I think you have some stress over a new job that's coming or that you're getting right now, because I'm seeing Four of Swords, which is tension. I see the Two of Pentacles, which is your job offer, and I see the Seven of Swords, which is things getting slightly easier. So that tells me that you've done a lot of soul searching, but you're really worried about getting a new job. And that this timeline that you've been waiting for this to happen has been causing you a little bit of stress. But the cards are telling me that that isn't going to last. And last one from Adelaide, a message from my Libra. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Nubis. Can't hear your little motor anymore. Hi. There it is. You say hello? Meow. 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 Kitty, kitty. Meow. From your Libra. He's so cute. He was only this big when I got him, and he would just sit under here and you could barely see him, but he's getting big so fast. So your Libra is being inordinately stubborn, playing the victim, staying up late at night, probably going over things in their head, or maybe that's you. But I am seeing that this Libra is definitely returning. Where did it go? I don't think the question was about, where did it go? Okay, Adelaide, I wanted to make sure. Message from your Libra. Okay, so your Libra hasn't been sleeping well, been staying up late at night and going over and over and over things and feeling very overburdened. And there's a lot on their plate. I'm also seeing that this individual does love you, yet there is a little bit of stubbornness that goes on with this individual, and their pride gets in the way in communicating. Two of Cups is love. Ace of Pentacles is decision making. I do feel like this individual is just avoiding their feelings a little bit with you. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. You heard my whole speech. Like, subscribe, share. I am going to do Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces coming up here pretty quick. If not tonight, then tomorrow. I want to thank you so very much. Love and light, like I always say, love on it. It's the answer to everything. If you can come from a place of love, you have the answer. Thank you guys. I'll catch you on the flip side.